What's up, YouTube? It's Sharaya Danáe. You already know the vibe. I'm back with another video. Slap.
Let me catch your vibe. Let's just take our time. Just relax your mind. It's easy. Don't have to decide. You do.
Chill. I'm back with another video, guys. It's been a minute. So today, as y'all seen from the title, I'm gonna be telling y'all some signs that your little boo, or whoever wants to be a potential boo, signs to see like if they really into you. I mean, don't get me wrong, some niggas, well, excuse me in my mouth, these boys, they might do all this stuff I say and still play you nowadays. But I'm gonna be sharing some signs I think that like you could look, and if he's doing these things, maybe he might really genuinely like you. Let's just hope that when they're showing these signs that it's actually genuine, you know? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Let's hop right into these signs. I got 10 signs that he's into you. So the first sign that he's into you is if he notices the little things about you. Like if he notices like, oh, like that's your favorite necklace that you wear, or like this is your favorite color you like to get on your nails, this is the type of food you don't like, this is the type of food that you really like, things that throw your mood off, stuff like that. If he's noticing like the little things about you that aren't super obvious, that means he's paying attention to you and he cares to, like, you know, find out the little things that matter. When it comes to girls, there's little things that matter to us that most people won't notice, but if he does notice, that means that, like, you know, he's feeling you, he cares to like get to know more about you, you feel me? So that's sign number one. Number two is if like he brings up things that y'all have talked about before, like in a different conversation. If he brings up like, oh, like I remember you said this, like, and it was weeks ago or whatever, however long, you can tell that they listen to you and what you say. They actually care about what comes out your mouth, because a lot of these niggas, they'll just sit in a conversation with you and they don't know what you're talking about, or they don't care, and like they won't remember. You be like, oh, like, remember when I said this to you? And they'll be like,
no, I don't remember.
So it's like when they actually remember and they bring it up in another conversation, it just shows that like they care about you at least a little bit, if they care to listen to what you're talking about, especially if it's important to you. Number three is when they like ask about your family, or like people that you care about, your close friends, your family. Like if they care to ask you like, oh, like, how's your family doing? My aunt said this to me and I was like, wow, like that's really true. If you know I love my family and like you know how much they mean to me, if you care about me, you care about them, basically. And you'll at least ask me like, how are they doing, or like, you know? So that's a good sign to know like he cares about the people you care. Number four is he doesn't ask you what you doing. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about when you're talking to a boy and all they do is ask you what you doing every 5 minutes, instead of like asking you a different kind of question, or like just having a real conversation with you. So the sign is that like if he cares to have a real conversation with you and not to ask you what you're doing every 2 seconds, then that shows something. Because a lot of guys, they just, well, what you doing to death. It's always what you doing, never come, I don't know, anything, nothing, always what you doing. Next is if they sometimes text you first. A lot of guys, like, you might be into them and you notice that like you just sit back and you realize like if we talk, it's always because I texted you first. So if I never text you, you would never text me. That's the sign that it gives off. So if they like text you first, like a nice good morning text, like I get people be busy, but like if you could let me know that, or I don't know, if you just text me first occasionally, it just shows that you're putting in some effort or something like that, you know what I'm saying. Number 6 is when they don't jump right into sex with you. Like if they take their time to get to know you, test your vibes, like they want to get to know you and be your friend first, that shows a lot. Instead, because like niggas that don't really care about you, they're just gonna be like,
alright, like, let's get down to business, we're about to hop into bed,
you know. But if they care about you, they're not gonna jump right into having sex with you. They're gonna, you know, talk to you, chill with you a couple times without having to take your clothes off. Like, ugh, I hate niggas like that. Like they can't even chill with you for a day or two. Like even that is too soon, but like they can't even chill with you for a day or two before they think they're about to get in your pants, get some coochie. No. No. 7 is when they like talk about the future. That's more like if you're dating thing. Like if you're just starting out talking to a boy, of course they're not going to be talking about a future with you unless they really like you. Then maybe they might be talking about the future. But like if you're in a relationship with somebody and they don't seem to ever talk about like future plans, because that's the point of a relationship, and that's what I had to realize. Like you can't just hop right into relationships with if you don't see yourself having a future with them, because if not, you're really just wasting your time. There's no time to like have temporary relationships and all this stuff like that. So like if they're talking about their future with you, like stuff that y'all might do when y'all grow up, you know, when we grow up I wanna get a dog, some shit like that, you know. But a guy that really likes you and wants to like go place with you, he's gonna let you know and he's gonna talk about the future, period. That's all I gotta say. Next, 8 is when like he can handle your attitudes and your mood, like when he's patient with you, because like this is something that I hate a lot. My ex used to do this bullshit. Okay, excuse me. Ooh. Like say you're in a bad mood or your boyfriend did something to you and you're real quiet, like you're at his house, he's at your house, whatever, you're real quiet, you're not speaking to him. Instead of him trying to speak to you, like, you know, I didn't do nothing to you, clearly you did something to me. So if they don't care to like figure out what's wrong with you or like even say anything to you, instead of just ignoring you or catching an attitude because you have an attitude, that's not the right man for you. Because a real man or a real boyfriend, he's gonna care about what's wrong with you. He's gonna want to find out, not get mad at you because you're not talking. So beware. If your man catches an attitude, want to be all tight because you're not talking, fire him. Number 9 is when I feel like it kind of went with the other ones. It's that like who cares to get to know you deeply. Like they don't just ask you, oh, like what's your favorite color, what's your favorite food, like they care to get to know about your past, your story, where you come from, stuff like that, like to genuinely get to know you, why you are the way you are. If they don't care to know that, then like they're not deserving of your time, feel me? And the last one, number 10, is when he'll speak on how he actually feels about you. Guys these days, they act like, oh, I'm too cool, I'm too this, I'm too that, to like not be emotional. But like you don't have to be an emotional person to let your shorty, let your girl, your wife, no, if I'm your wife, you better have been told me how you feel about me. But like your boyfriend, if he can't speak his mind in person, not just through text, because they'll try to do that, like, oh, like I can't speak my mind in person. If you really care about me, you can tell me how you feel about me in my face, period. So like if they open up about how they feel about you and stuff like that, that's a sign that he really is into you, he really cares about you. And that was the last one I had. But yeah, just beware of who y'all are giving your time to. If there's no signs that this person actually wants to build with you, or like if they don't give off the vibes that they're worth your time, then they're not worth your time. And don't try to make excuses for anybody or try to be like, oh, maybe it's just because of this or maybe it's just because of that. If someone really wants you, they're going to show you and they're going to make it clear. They're not going to use all the excuses in the book for why they can't tell you how they feel about you or why they're this and why they're not doing that. No. Because somebody is going to do everything that you want for you. So that's the mood. No settling. If he can't show you, then it's a dub. He can't get nothing from you, baby. And that's what everybody watching should remember and should keep in mind. Feel me? So I think that is the end of my little video. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked it, make sure to give me a like, smash that like button, comment, and definitely subscribe if you're not a part of my team, because we lit. I mean, this video wasn't super lit, but it was a cool video. I think this is my roommate coming, or is it not? But yeah, thank y'all for watching this video. Stay tuned for more. Let me know if you have any video suggestions for me, and if you do, definitely drop them down below. And yeah, peace out. Love you.
Tell me so far, babe.